Hey guys, it's me again, Greg with DadPad Gaming, coming at you with another review. This time for the Deep Silver published, Volition developed Saints Row 2022. As some of you may know, Saints Row has honestly been getting a bad rep with lots of media coverage, and I am here to pretty much give you guys an unbiased opinion. Is it really as bad as they say? Are there redeeming qualities? Or is it actually a good game? We'll find out here today. So what is Saints Row? The easiest way to explain is it's a reboot of a series that started off as a simple GTA clone that evolved into a crazy, bombastic, over-the-top, super exaggerative parody of open world games and so much more. And here we are with the reboot, and we're starting back at square one. So from shooting aliens and being president of the world and time travel, intergalactic enemies, and now we're back and we are building up a gang so that we can take over the city and stop being broke millennials. As always, let's start off with what Saints Row does well. The main thing that Saints Row does well is its character creation. You can change your character at any point in time. It does a really good job of making you feel inclusive. If you want to make a masculine person with a feminine voice, or you want to make a woman or a man, or you want to make a feminine person with whatever else, if you want them to have boobs and a bulging penis, like whatever you want to create, you can create. You can show as much skin as you like, though they won't let you actually show genitalia. They will allow you to even pick an emoji that covers the butt crack and or penis or vagina. And if you want to show your nipples, whether a male or a female person, you're more than welcome to do so. This game really gives you a lot of agency on creating your character, and it's pretty nice. And if you get tired of looking at one character, they give you the freedom to actually open up the character creation at any point in the world so that you can create another character or save one as a template and switch between them. Whatever you want to do, you can do within reason. And here it is, the bad. I'm gonna be honest, Saints Row is rough. There are plenty of glitches. I ran into a glitch actually in starting out the game where my character creator completely froze. I had to relaunch the game. Definitely already glitchy, and I just wanted to like double this back for review purposes as well. But I am currently stuck in the customer creation and I can't do anything. Doesn't matter what I press. I press all the buttons, all the top buttons. All I can do at this point is zoom in and out. So yeah, there's been weird glitches with physics, characters just detaching from their bodies. Hold on, man. What was that? What is that?
You can't be serious. You can't do this.
Flying around in the sky. Sometimes the driving physics can be really weird. There's a lot going on here. And while none of these things prevent you from playing the game, they can certainly take away from the enjoyment factor. I tried my best to play this game long enough to get to a point where I embraced the charm of the jank, and I really never found it. Gameplay wise, we have some really weird decisions. There is no cover system here. It's really sway to the left, sway to the right, and shoot. When your health gets too low, run away, turn around, use triangle to take down an enemy and receive some of your health back. It really feels like a PS2 game with PS3 graphics. And speaking of graphics, there's a lot of pop-up in this game as well, and it can get pretty bad. The AI is pretty rough as well. There's a lot of times that enemies would run up to me and pull out a phone and try to take a selfie. At times we were in the middle of a shootout, and sometimes in a room full of enemies, I could shoot an enemy and no one would look. And after shooting 2 or 3 of them, then they would engage in a firefight. Just a lot of things about this game that are clearly not polished. It's hard to tell if maybe they need more time with this or if they just wanted to put it out for what it is. I'm really, really, really sorry for anyone who was looking forward to Saints Row, because it's not what fans want. Now, personally, this is the first Saints Row that I've actually gotten into. So for me, I wasn't really too disappointed, but this is probably one of the worst games I've played this year. I've tried so hard to like it. I've tried so hard to enjoy it and to try to get my money's worth here, but I'm just not enjoying this game. The characters are really weird. It's clear that they set a bunch of writers around a table and said, hey, what do millennials like? And they built archetypes around those characters. We've got the gay guy / bisexual guy who never wears a shirt. We have the Hispanic lady who, for some reason, really, really gets upset about the car that she got from her mom and then decides to go ruin an entire gang's garage of cars. And it's supposed to be an emotional moment, but you just never really care about these characters. Even a lot of these crime open world games at least have the fun factor of, hey, let's run around and shoot people and let's get our wanted level up and run from the cops. Sad to say, in Saints Row, if you shoot the cops and you kill them fast enough, you can get as high of a wanted level as you want, but if you clear out the area of cops, they don't pursue you anymore. And it's just not as entertaining as even the likes of Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, and Vice City at this point. I mean, these are games that are generations away from what Saints Row could have done. It gets really tired. Every mission is go to this place and shoot this thing. They even try to mix it up by giving you like kind of like a paintball, and you're supposed to role play, and it's supposed to, I think, switch things up, and it doesn't really. You still just go to the place, you shoot the people, you shoot the thing, and you leave. There are also these skydiving missions where you get on your wingsuit and you fly on these buildings and blow up satellites, and it's the same thing. You jump out the plane, you fly, you shoot the people, you blow up the thing, you go to the next roof, you shoot the people, you blow up the thing, you go to the next roof, you shoot the people, you blow up the thing, wash, rinse, repeat. It's really weird. I'm really confused at why they launched this game in the shape that they did, and also why they went out of their way to market this as a AAA game. The biggest crime is charging $60 for this game. Saints Row is not a $60 game. I would be far less offended if this was something that we found for a price of maybe $40, $30, and eventually making its way into those good old $10, $20 bins at your local Walmart. But hey, it's my opinion. I guess if you want to play the game, there are things to enjoy. You can run around and have some PS2 goodness and fun. Saints Row feels like a bunch of ideas from a bunch of other games jumbled together into one game that doesn't really do any of those things as good as any other games that it is inspired by. And for that matter, it really feels soulless. Yeah, and I hate to say that because I truly believe that video games are art, but this game really feels like what happens in those tables back in the mid to early 2000s where people said, hey, we've got a superhero movie coming out and we want a video game to go with it. Yeah, this game feels like mid-2000s GTA, the movie, the game. Speaking of which, do you remember how bad Street Fighter, the movie, the game was? Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad, but it's like in that same realm of existence. Like, what inspired you guys to create this game? Yeah, but nonetheless, verdict here, I'm giving Saints Row 2022 a 4 out of 10. Again, this is a really hard recommendation for me to make. If you are a big Saints Row fan, wait for it to go on sale. There's not really much worth purchasing here in my opinion, but there is fun to be had if you really need an open world game to get into and that's your jam. But if you're lukewarm on open world games, or maybe you have other games to play, don't even worry about backlogging this one. I'm sure you'll find it free on PlayStation Plus, Game Pass, or something of the sort here soon. But honestly, don't break your neck for it. I don't even imagine patches will fix what's wrong with this game. Regardless, I want to thank you so much for stopping by for another review here at DadPad Gaming. For more content, keep it locked here right on Blerd Lines Podcast, or you can catch our shows live over at twitch.tv/Blerd Line Podcast. Thanks again, guys, and have a wonderful day.
My family's so far away, you know? It felt like I was keeping part of them with me. She never let anyone else drive that car.
Who?
My mom. But when chemo made her weak, I drove her around.